Maharashtra with a song on Lord Ganesha, as it was only fitting that we commence with an offering to the Prathama Vandana. From the sacred land of Maharashtra, our journey now leads us to the eternal abode of Lord Shiva, the embodiment of stillness, strength, and supreme consciousness. To the one who transforms ignorance into wisdom and fear into courage, we offer our prayers. As students, we seek His blessings to walk the path of righteousness with unwavering reverence and rise above our limitations to strive towards the highest ideal of life. With this prayer in our hearts, we present Jai Shiva Shankar.
शांति कर शिव मुनि बना
Our journey now bows before Shakti, the Divine Mother, the source of all creation, compassion and strength. Through the grandeur of Raga Kalyani, this beautiful Tamil composition is our humble offering at her lotus feet. As we sing in praise of the Mother of the Universe, we pray that her boundless love and nurturing compassion awake within our hearts, guiding us to serve all of humanity with kindness and love.
Sathya yukto yadi bhavati shaktah prabhavitum na chedevan devo na khalu kushalah Atastvam aradhya harihara virinchadibhirapi pranantum kathamakೃತ punyah prabhavati kathamakೃತ punyah prabhavati
Muddenahalli
We now go to the sacred hills of Tirumala, where the saint poet Annamacharya poured out his devotion through timeless compositions in praise of Lord Venkateshwara. This composition reminds us of a profound truth. The divine reveals himself to us in the measure of our love and surrender. It is an invitation to move beyond transactional bhakti and cultivate a relationship with God that is rooted in selfless love, unwavering faith, and constant remembrance. May this song inspire us to place God at the very center of our lives.
Tanadim janudim takadim, tanadim janudim takadim, pamari sa,
tanadim janudim takadim primarini
sasari pamari sa, tanadim janudim takadim,
pamari
pamari sa,
tanadim janudim takadim primarini sasani pamari
sa, sari mari ma sari sari ma pari pari ma pari ma
pani sani ni sa pani sani mari ni sa sani ni pa pa ma
mari sa ni sa.
ma pa ఎంత మాత్రమున ఎవరు దలచిన అంత మాత్రమే నీవు ఎంత మాత్రమున ఎవరు దలచిన అంత మాత్రమే నీవు అంతరాంతరములంచి చూడ నిందంతే నిప్పటి అన్నట్టు అంతరాంతరములంచి చూడ నిందంతే నిప్పటి అన్నట్టు ఎంత మాత్రమున ఎవరు తలచిన అంత మాత్రమే
మేము వైష్ణవులు పూరితో విష్ణుడని పలుకుదురు మేము వేదాంతులు పరబ్రహ్మం పరుచు పొరుదురు మేము వైష్ణవులు పూరితో విష్ణుడని పలుకుదురు మేము వేదాంతులు పరబ్రహ్మం పరుచు
తలతురు మేము శైవులు తగిన భక్తులను శివుడనుచు తలతురు మేము శైవులు తగిన భక్తులను శివుడనుచు అలరి పొగడుదురు కాపాలికులు ఆది భైరవుడనుచు అలరి పొగడుదురు కాపాలికులు ఆది భైరవుడనుచు ఎంత మాత్రమున ఎవరు తలచిన అంత మాత్రమే
సరి గరి సరి గమ 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 పదని గమ 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 సరి గరి సరి గమ 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 పదని గమ గమ గమ
గమ పదని సరి గరి సరి గమ దని సరి గమ
మరలి సరి
గమ పదని సరి గరి సరి గమ దని
మపద గమ పది గమ సరి గన్నుదురు శాక్తేయుడు శక్తి రూపుని వరుడు హరిశలములు మిగు నానావిధులు కలదుల కొలదుల భజింతు సిరుల వినుయే కల్ప బుద్ధి కలచిన వారికి అల్పం కరిమల వినుయే కరమని కలచిన కలబోధులకు కరుడము నీ వలన కొరతే లేదు మరి లేదు కొలది పావరము
ఆవల భాగీరథి దరి బావుల ఆచలమే ఊరిన ఎట్లు శ్రీ వెంకటపతి నీవైతే మము చేకొని ఉన్న దైవమన్ శ్రీ వెంకటపతి నీవైతే మము చేకొని ఉన్న దైవమన్ నీవలని నీ శరణయ్య ఇదియే పరతత్వము నాకు ఇదియే పరతత్వము నాకు ఇదియే పరతత్వము నాకు
We next have a Kavali. This Kavali is not a prayer that asks for worldly rewards, but it asks for the pieces of every hope, every burden, and every part of oneself at the feet of the divine. Arzia reminds us that when the ego bows and trust takes its place, we discover the peace and light we seek have always resided within us. May this song inspire us to surrender completely and allow God's grace to guide every step of our journey.
अर्जियां सारी न चेहरे पे लिख के लाया हूँ। तुमसे क्या मांगूं मैं, तुम खुद ही समझ लो। मौला 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 मेरे मौला। मौला 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 मेरे मौला।
मौला 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 मेरे मौला।
मौला 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 मौला।
मौला 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 मौला।
दरारे दरारे है माथे में मौला, मरम्मत मुकद्दर की कर दो मौला मेरे मौला। तेरे दर इबादत वाला शहूर आता है,
करना इबादत वाला शहूर आता है।
सजदे में रहने दो अब कहीं ना जाऊंगा,
सजदे में रहने दो अब कहीं ना जाऊंगा।
अब जो तुमने ठुकराया तो सबर न पाऊंगा। मौला 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 मेरे मौला, मौला 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 मौला, दरारे दरारे है माथे में मौला, मरम्मत मुकद्दर की कर दो मौला मेरे मौला। सर उठा के मैंने तो कितने ख्वाहिशें की थी, कितने ख्वाब देखे थे, कितनी कोशिशें की थी।
सर उठा के मैंने तो कितनी ख्वाहिशें की थी, कितने ख्वाब देखे थे, कितनी कोशिशें की थी।
जब तू रूबरू आया, जब तू रूबरू आया, नजर ना मिला पाया, सर झुका के एक पल में मैंने क्या नहीं पाया, सर झुका के एक पल में, ओ सर झुका के एक पल में मैंने क्या नहीं पाया। मौला 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 मेरे मौला, मौला 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 मौला, दरारे दरारे है माथे में मौला, मरम्मत मुकद्दर की कर दो मौला मेरे मौला। मौला 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 मेरे मौला, मौला 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 मेरे मौला, मौला 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 मेरे मौला, मेरे मौला 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 मेरे मौला।
Our musical yatra now brings us to Pandharpur, the sacred abode of Lord Vithala, the Lord who waits patiently for every devotee with arms open in boundless love. The saints of Pandharpur remind us that God's grace is ever present. It is we who must take the first step towards Him. Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba beautifully said, "You take one step toward me, and I will take 100 steps towards you." When the heart turns sincerely towards divinity, grace flows effortlessly, and the journey itself becomes blessed. With this faith in God's loving response, let us now journey to the sacred land of Pandharpur.
पंढरपूर सारला रामाचा गजर, सारला रामाचा गजर.
अवघे गरजे पंढरपूर, अवघे गरजे पंढरपूर,
सारला रामाचा गाय घोष काणी गाय घोष काणी
ध्यानी विठ्ठलाची मूर्ती ध्यानी विठ्ठलाची मूर्ती पांडुरंगी नाले हो पांडुरंगी 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 नाले हो पांडुरंगी नाले हो चंद्रभागनीर चंद्रभागनीर आवगे गरजे पंढरपुर आवगे गरजे पंढरपुर
चालला नामाचा गजर चालला नामाचा गजर पीडा पीडा करुणी जाती पीडा पीडा करुणी जाती
देहराय लाभे मुक्ती देहराय लाभे मुक्ती नाम रंग रंगले हो नाम रंग रंगले हो संताचे माहेर संताचे माहेर अवगे गरजे पंढरपुर अवगे गरजे पंढरपुर
चालला नामाचा गजर चालला नामाचा गजर
हे अवघे गरजे पंढरपुर अवघे गरजे पंढरपुर
चालला नामाचा गजर चालला नामाचा गजर
हे अवघे गरजे पंढरपुर अवघे गरजे पंढरपुर अवघे गरजे पंढरपुर
Sant Kabir was a mystic whose simple yet profound words continue to awaken hearts to the true purpose of life. He reminds us that a life which forgets the divinity within us is spiritually empty. In our pursuit of fleeting pleasures, worldly possessions, and passing attachments, we often lose sight of the one who alone is eternal. Through the constant remembrance of God's name, the heart is purified and the mind finds peace. I request everyone here to clap loudly and sing with us in the last Namavali portion of this song, presenting Rama Govinda Hari.
कछु नहीं लागत, जब तप साधन कछु नहीं लागत,
खर्चत न
भगत खर्चत नाही गठरी भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरी भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरी
संतत संपत सुख के कारण
संतत संपत सुख के कारण ओ संतत संपत सुख के कारण ओ संतत संपत सुख के कारण ओ संतत संपत सुख के कारण संतत संपत सुख के कारण सुख के कारण
संतत संपत सुख के कारण संतत संपत सुख के कारण
जासो भूल परी भजो रे
संतत संपत सुख के कारण
जासो भूल परी भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरी भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरी कहत कबीरा जो मुख राम नहीं कहत कबीरा जो मुख राम नहीं
ओ मुख दूर भरी भजो रे ओ मुख दूर भरी
ये कहत कबीरा जो मुख राम नहीं वो मुख धूल भरी भजो रे भैया भजो रे भैया भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरी भजो रे भैया राम गोविंद हरी राम गोविंद हरी राम गोविंद
student of Sai is life's greatest blessing. In his infinite love, we are not merely his followers, we belong to him. He guides us with compassion, shapes our lives with purpose, and walks with us through every step of our journey. Swami, words can never truly express what you mean to all of us. Our only prayer is that our lives become worthy of your boundless love. We now present Madhusudan Sai Panchakam, an offering composed by the staff and students of Gurukulam. As this is a prayer from all our hearts, we warmly invite everyone to join us in singing this offering to our beloved Swami.
वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुम् वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुम् वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुम् वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुम्
जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधे
प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरदे
जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधे
प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरदे जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो
तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं
जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो
तव पादयुगे
The beauty of Bharat is that everyone who is Bharatiya revels in the glory of the divine. Any number of times I said Bharata means the ones who are Rata or reveling in Bha, which is Bhagavan, which is Bhaskara, which is the effulgence of God. So Bharata is for those who revel in the glory of God, who enjoy God. And these timeless compositions from Annamacharya to Kabir Das to Abhangs to even the modern ones like the Kavali and the Madhusudan Sai Panchakam, of course, everything has emanated from deep devotion for the divine. So every time these are sung, they invoke those devotional feelings in the hearts of both the singers as well as the listeners. And while every department does their own way of service to the mission, like the hospitals take care of the poor patients, the education teaches poor children, Annapurna feeds morning nutrition to the children of the government schools, the volunteers do their job, the accounts department, finance department, HR, security, everybody does their job. What is the job that Nada Gurukulam does? What is the service that they do? They sing to invoke that devotion in the hearts of the audience. And that purifies the audience. And that is the seva of the singers and the musicians ever since music was invented. They always sang the glory of the divine and then they invoked the feelings of devotion in the hearts of the listeners. And I'm so happy that they presented it so sincerely. Long back I had given them only one mandate. When I hear you from down the stage there where I sit, I should hear only one voice. I don't want to hear 35 voices, 40 voices from the stage. Should sing like you're singing in one voice. That kind of synchronization and sincerity you should have in your efforts. And this is what slowly and steadily over the years they have developed that. And some of the places, especially Ramagovinda Hari, it sounded like there is only one person singing. Because there is so much of synchronicity. See, when you let go of your ego and you allow a higher idea to take over, only then this synergy, this synchronicity, this unity comes. Otherwise, it does not come. Everything was very beautiful. From the Ganesha bhajan in the beginning, Surya Niragas Hai, to Ramagovinda Hari, to Maula Mere Maula, to Janani Janani, that is also one of my favorites. And what else you sang? Avaghe Garaje Pandharipura, that is also one of the favorite abhangs of mine then. Jai Shankara Shiv Shankar, that was my recommendation some time back, that you pick this up and practice. It's a nice beats, it's that what we call Pakavaj based North Indian style of singing. So it's also something that I like. Then what else you sang? Ayanta Matram Yavaru Talchina, that is the timeless classic. That is something that I always heard MS Subbalakshmi ji sing. I hear her audio recordings, so that is one of my favorites too. So beautifully presented, Annamacharya's. Then of course the Panchakam, which they have composed on their own. I did not tell them to compose that. And that is how devotion inspires generations after generations. You can imagine when was this Annamacharya, when was Kabir Das, when is A.R. Rahman's Maula Mere Maula, and when is Madhusudan Sai Panchakam of the university. Every devotee across generation has been inspired by one divine master, a divine phenomenon, a divine God, because of which these compositions have come out. That is why they remain timeless. Cinema songs come and go. Not all cinema songs remain timeless. But those which have come from the depths of devotion, they alone remain eternal. As I said in the morning, anything that is associated with God becomes immortal, because God is immortal. God is eternal. So any composition, any act, any thought that is associated with God also becomes immortal. See, that is the uniqueness of our institutions. While singing everybody does, there are enough music colleges and enough universities which teach performing arts. But that which is sung for God and to invoke devotion in the hearts of the people is the way of our music and performing arts department. And that is what they should do beyond all the presentations. As I say, it's not for pradarshana or exhibition or presentation, it is nidarshana. it's to exemplify, it is to elevate, it is to enlighten. Our music is different. So I was very happy and I really enjoyed the whole thing, and I thought that this could go on for some more time. I didn't realize the time actually. And it was very good, and I thought of even asking for repeat of a few, but then in the interest of everybody else, I kept quiet. Maybe I shouldn't listen to others, right? I should do just my thing and tell them to sing again, because I don't know when I'll get a chance to see them again, get them all together, sit and listen. So I thought, I saw some scenes from Kodaikanal, so why don't we all go to Kodaikanal in October? Just the music and the dance, nobody else, right? Because man, nature, God and music, you don't need anything else. That is complete by itself. It is Purnamadaha Purnamidam. You don't need to add anything to it, you don't need to remove anything to it. If you have God, you have nature, you have devotion expressed as music and art, that is the complete circle. You don't need anything else. Yes, you need food, you need a little bit of rest and all that, but that's secondary. But these saints lived like that, they didn't care for the world, who cares? Food is there, clothes are there, roof is there, security is there, pension is there. None of this was their botheration. They and their God and their music. That is how they lived, in that some kind of madness of their own. It is beautiful. Matto bhavati, it says. Stabdo bhavati, tripto bhavati, amruto bhavati, atmaramo bhavati. When you get that devotion, you become mad. Matto bhavati, stabdo bhavati, you become stupefied, stunned, because there is nothing else that you can think of. Amruto bhavati, you become immortal. Atmaramo bhavati, you become sustained by the self. You don't need anything else to sustain. Tripto bhavati, siddho bhavati, says Narada Bhakti Sutras. So that is why it is so important that these traditions are kept up, and I'm glad that you picked up compositions from around the country and have presented all of them. I just felt that maybe you should add a Christian prayer too next time, and maybe a Gurbani or something like that, so it completes the overall presentation. But I have enjoyed, in fact, in one of the days, I was in the US. It is such a simple thing. I was in the car, and our Sunny Anand, or Dr. Sunny Anand, so it was his car, so he just put a chant, because he is of course Sikh and very devout Sikh, so he put that, just it kept on repeating just one mantra, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, Vahe Guru, there is nothing else. And it was continuously repeating. And after some time I've kind of lost myself into some kind of a reverie. And there was no other lyrics to that, there is no music, there was one simple tune, and kept repeating, like Rama Govinda Hari, like Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. It just kept on playing. There's so much of depth in that repeat of name, as our Kabir Das says, Japa Tapa Dhyana Kachu Nahi Lagat. You don't need to do Japa Tapa Dhyana Tapas, nothing is required. You don't need to spend Kharche Nahi Gatari, not as pennies need to be spent. If you want to enjoy the bliss of divinity, Bhajamana Rama Govinda Hari, just chant the name of God and you attain that joy. If you want to enjoy an ice cream, you have to go buy, eat. There is some time, energy you have to spend. You want to enjoy a movie, you have to go buy a ticket, find a place and enjoy. You want to enjoy anything in the world, you have to do some effort of going out, spending time, energy, resources. But chanting the name, nothing is required. Wherever you are, whatever you are, however you are, you can chant the name of God. So how beautiful is this tradition, and how nicely these saints have presented the idea of devotion. They said, okay, you can't go to big temples, you can't contribute in a big way, do big pujas, homas, yajna, yagas, or even become a mendicant, go to Himalayas and do tapas to enjoy God. None of this needed. Wherever you are, whatever you are, however you are, have love for God, chant His name, you are done. Such simple and profound messages. I really enjoyed the entire presentation. It could have really gone on for some more time, but I hope that when we go to Kodaikanal for at least 10 days, I hope, then we can sing and listen and all that. And in that nature, in the hills, in the beauty of sunrises and sunsets, and my dahlias, of course, they are the best place. That's the best setting where you can sing for God and sing to God. That is the joy. So hopefully we will go that time, isn't it? I hope October will be a good month. I don't know, but sometime in October, maybe a week or 10 days, right? Keep practicing. It is very nice. And a lot of things were nice. Veena is slowly coming out of cupboards, and slowly we are practicing. A lot of gamakas are required still. Violin has improved a lot. And flute has gone to another level. Yeah, very nice. Such a young boy. Whose harmoniums were amazing. Both harmoniums I saw, amazing harmonium playing. I know a little bit of instruments, so I understand what's going on. Percussions, as always, they've always been a big boost and support to this, and very complicated rhythms they play. Mridangam sounded good too. Mridangam sounded very mature today compared to earlier times. So everything was good. Between voices, and the girls' voices were so soothing and sweet. I always tell that. It is so soothing, the way they come out and they present. Boys are good. They have to be how they should be, strong and bold. And some of those presentations, everything was very nice. And I'm very satisfied with the entire presentation. And I'm looking forward to you presenting again on July 26th. In fact, there were artists who asked, can we sing on July 26th? July 26th is a day that you all know. So I said, no, I would like my students to sing. They're like, okay, they can sing on 27th also. They are after all here only. Where are they running away? I said, no, on that day, it's my day. I don't want any compromise. Let students sing. Artists can sing one day before or after. So other artists on other days, I said, on the birthday, only students should sing, and they should. I'm sure I will look forward to your presentation again on 26th. So a lot of blessings to everyone. If you keep practicing, there is no shortcut to success. There is only hard work, sadhana. It's a tapasya. And as I said yesterday, you are blessed because the very first sound of creation, nada, is something that you are able to express so very beautifully, melodiously. While most of us can only speak at best and speak well, you are able to sing, you are able to take that capacity to the next level. So I'm very happy, and very, very many blessings to you and all the faculty and everybody else who is supporting this. I need to finish Nada Gurukulam building, by the way. Those who are listening to me, please watch out for that space which is coming up. One part is over, another part, the 3 parts to it. Slowly and steadily it is coming up. So as you grow, the building will also grow. So that is how it is. A lot of blessings to everyone.
सर्वसुगुण सिंधवे सकल सुजन बंधवे सर्वसुगुण सिंधवे सकल सुजन बंधवे गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महित मंगलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महित मंगलम् दीन दुखित पोषकाय दान धर्म प्रेरकाय दीन दुखित पोषकाय दान धर्म प्रेरकाय सर्वलोक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद बांधवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे गुरुदैवमु मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राश्रयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेवा सद्गुरु साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंधुको नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय